Hello everybody, Cal Banyan here, Cal Banyan's Hypnosis, etc. Thanks for coming back. If you're coming back, welcome. If you're new, gosh, I'm a little bit feeling kind of strange today because I'm in Southern California and it's been raining for 2 days. That's why I'm wearing a palm tree tie today, just to make sure I remember that I am in California. Hey, I got 2 topics for you today. Me and Erica. Brenda was last week and the week before and the week before and the week before. Let's see here. We're going to talk about our Hypno-Slaves. We're going to talk about the powers that the client has to participate in the session once it's begun, and we're going to give you some tips on how to get the most out of the National Guild of Hypnotists convention. Now let me introduce to you Erica. Erica, I'm so happy to have Erica and Brenda and all of our co-hosts because they bring in the topics. I might have 1 or 2 I want to do, but they work and they bring in the topics. They do all the background work, and then I just show up. What a great life I have, huh? Erica is full-time in the profession, Bellingham, Washington. She got her initial training up there, and then it just wasn't working out the way she wanted. She wanted to be serious. She's a very successful-minded person. I mean, for 10 years, she was in Silicon Valley doing software development and troubleshooting and just, all that good stuff successfully when she decided she wanted to work on the greatest computer in the world, and that's the human mind. She took our 5-Path 2.0 DVD course and then took the Week of Power, and now she's rocking it. How you doing, Erica?
I'm doing great, Cal. Thank you for having me here today. Now let me tell everybody about you. Cal Banyan is the hypnosis celebrity, and not because of all of these wonderful training videos that he's done, but because he's won nearly every award in the profession, which I think is remarkable. And he is the hypnosis celebrity because he's received almost every single award and recognition in the profession. His books have made him the authority on hypnosis, and he's appeared on both television and radio promoting hypnosis and promoting his book, The Secret Language of Feelings, one of my very favorite books. I give to almost all of my clients. He's a trainer of some of the very best in the profession, and he is the authority when it comes to hypnosis that works. And experts in the field turn to him for guidance and for training. He's also still teaching, still training, still speaking, still writing, and I'm very happy to have you here. I am happy to be here today, Cal, with you. And like Cal said, I took some previous training and I just really wasn't happy with it. So Cal's had a profound effect on my practice because once I took the 5-Path training, I felt ready to see clients, and that's what I've been doing ever since. So thank you, Cal, for having me.
I think I kind of got you off rhythm, didn't I?
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's raining in California and it's sunny up here in Bellingham, so there's maybe some weird thing going on. It's usually raining up here.
It's like surrealistic fliposis there.
Maybe.
All right. I always make up words, Let's see here. So there is this idea out there that once you've hypnotized someone, they are your hypno-slave and they have no willpower of their own. They must follow your every instruction. And is that what you find with your clients, Erica?
That's kind of funny. No. Some people want to be there, right? And they want to follow your instruction, but not everybody is like that, right? A lot of people are resistant.
Right. So one of the things I think of it as this way. The clients and students, like if I'm teaching a class and I'm doing hypnosis demonstrations or I'm teaching them 7-Path self-hypnosis or whatever, they have free will and they are constantly they're in one of 2 states. They are either opting in, choosing to do what we're doing, or opting out. And if they're opting in, then they benefit from what we're doing, what we're demonstrating, what we're helping them to experience. For example, in our class, we do almost every day. We spend some time doing 7-Path self-hypnosis. And it's the biggest surprise for everyone in class because wow, you just watch a hypnotist change, and develop and get rid of the things that would have held them back from being successful. And one of the things we do is that they share their experience in class. Of course, they either opt in to do that or opt out to do that. And it really when they start sharing their experience of what they just had with 7 Paths Self-Hypnosis with the rest of the class, they're really co-teaching the class. And I strongly encourage all of our students as they're doing 7 Paths Self-Hypnosis and they're having these transformational experiences to share with the other students what's going on. Otherwise, there's a tendency in each student to think that everybody's having the same experience as them. And then, with their permission, I will even do some time tunneling work on them right there in class. And it's just amazing, transformational stuff. And as a result, students are more fired up. They become what I call true believers. When they see a fellow student or they themselves have a transformational experience in class, then they become unstoppable, because the true believer is unstoppable, and they're going to be more successful in the profession and helping others than if they did not have that transformational experience. So what I'm really getting to here is, that children and adults who are in hypnosis are either choosing to participate or to opt out. Opt in, opt out. They're doing one of two things. Now, if they opt out, we'll have a talk to them about the benefits of continuing to opt in. But if they decide to opt out, that's their business. You can't help people that are not following instructions. How'd you like to add to that?
Well, yeah, Cal, and I think it's, when people are coming to us for help, they need to realize that at some point, we do the pre-talk with them and we talk to them about, hypnosis and how everything works. But, the proof, really happens right when they sit down in the chair. And some people, even though they believe they're opting in, when they get down in the chair or they're sitting in the classroom, that's when they really start to understand, okay, what does this really mean? And so it takes, I guess, maybe a little bit of trust or courage maybe to go through that. And some people just don't want to do it, right? And if they don't, you really can't help them. You can be thoughtful and you can be kind and compassionate and, describe to them everything that they're going to get if they opt in, but you can't make them, right? You absolutely can't.
Absolutely. And so, we've got, just to give you a preview, we've got a episode coming up that Erica came up with the topic about gratitude. And we're going to cross over a little bit into that about who gets the credit and for the success of the client. And so that's just a little teaser right there. Anything you want to add to this opt-in, opt-out stuff?
Pardon me, say again?
Anything else you want to add to this opt-in and opt-out stuff? I feel like I've covered it from my angle, and we can move on to the next topic.
Well, I would just say that, you as the hypnotist, you really should be listening to your clients very carefully and just trying to understand maybe why they might be opting out. Perhaps, and we've said this before, perhaps they don't understand the instruction very well, or there's maybe something that you've missed. But if not, there's nothing else that you can do. You've done your best, and I think that's about it.
Awesome. Cool. All right. So the next thing, you hypno guys and hypno gals out there, first of all, you folks who are watching these podcasts, you are among the most enthusiastic and I'm trying to think about it, the self-investing, the hypnotists are most willing to take the time to do the self-improvement than the average hypnotist out there. There's another teaser. We've got an episode coming up where we're going to talk about investing in yourself and some of that stuff. But I just want to take a few minutes and say, you got to go to the National Guild of Hypnotists convention. And I've got a whole list of reasons why you should do that. I think some of them are going to surprise you. But first, I'm going to give the mic to Erica. Erica, so you go every year since you got serious about this profession. Why do you do that?
Well, the reason, Cal, is because, like you said, I was in Silicon Valley for about 13 years in a high-tech industry, and I learned a lot in that job. And one of the things is that I learned that the leaders in the profession, the people who are serious about their job, they go to conventions. And conventions are an opportunity not only for you to mingle with other people in the profession, but learn the latest and greatest. You want to know what's going on in the field of, whatever your field that you're in. And so the leaders in the profession would go to these annual conventions. And so I knew right off the bat that if I was serious about this job, I had to go to the convention. I wanted to meet people and I wanted to get the latest stuff, right? You're investing in yourself, but you're investing in your business. You're bringing that information back to your community. And I think that's really important. So that's why I went, and I had a great time, and I will go, for every year from now on if I can.
And you've gone all the way from first-time attendee to presenter, right?
That's right. Yeah. So what year was it? 2013. It was my first year that I attended, and I think I went, every single moment of my day I was going to classes, and then the next year I had the honor of presenting. So that was great. Yeah, and this year again as well.
Yeah, every year at the convention, we start off the convention. The convention is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Let me look at my calendar here. So it's going to be August 7th is the 7th, and then Saturday is the 8th, and then Sunday is the 9th, and for this year. And, we have a lot of people that become Five Pathers through our DVD course, and then some people come to our center and go through our Week of Power or through our 10-day certification. And then some people, we have trainers, different trainers like in Canada and Lebanon and Sweden and Singapore and different places like that train our systems, our courses. And I don't get a chance to meet everybody because I didn't teach everybody. And so that's how I got to meet Erica. And right off the bat, I saw Erica has got it going on. Smart, organized, really learning what she needs to learn. And so that led to her doing this podcast and me recommending her for a speaking position at the NGH convention. And so I'm so proud of Brenda's the same situation. That never would have happened if she didn't come to the convention. Awesome. Erica, anything else you want to say off the top of your head about the convention?
Well, it's fun. It's not a lot of work. I mean, you go and you learn, but you have a great time. So I think it's really important. I do really think it's important for your profession, but it's important because you can learn and meet people face to face. When you meet them face to face, you start growing relationships with people, and then you have your colleagues, right? You have colleagues that you can reach out to, and you've met them face to face, and you've talked with them, and maybe you've had dinner together, maybe you've enjoyed a laugh together, and so now you have colleagues. You don't have to be that lone hypnotist that we talk about, right? And the convention is such a great place to see everybody all at once.
Right. As you're talking, I'm typing down more notes because I'm coming with more ideas. Okay, so absolutely right. Here's my list. I'm going to run through it real quick of why I think everybody should go. 1, discover new and tested hypnosis strategies. I mean, they're already been working, proven around the world, so you don't have to just make stuff up as you go along. Increase your earning ability by learning what's worked for others. There's classes there on marketing and business practice and that kind of thing. We do our podcasts are about 20 minutes. And at the convention, the shortest talk is 50 minutes. And then they go all the way to 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, and then pre-convention, post-convention workshops that could be entire certification courses, 2 days, 1 day, 2 days, and I've done courses there as long as 7 days, pre and post convention. Network and expand your national and international connections. It's really cool to go and talk to someone maybe from Scotland or Ireland and find out that, wow, because sometimes we get stuck in our own little tunnel of the way we're thinking about things. And when we go to speak to someone that's from the Middle East or Russia, it's just kind of exciting. There's going to be over 200 presentations during this convention. And there's so many, you cannot go to them all. You can buy recordings at the conventions of the ones you missed. It's just, you are not going to go, oh, this isn't worth coming to. I mean, it's going to be an overflow of information that's just going to recharge your enthusiasm. You hear me talk about gold in, gold out. And that comes from the old computer science adage of garbage in, garbage out. If you put garbage data into a computer, you can't expect to get anything good out of it. You get garbage results. Well, our brain, the greatest biological computer on the planet, can only give you the results based on what you put into it. And when you plug yourself into conventions and you plug yourself into podcasts like this, then you just are going to get better results in everything you do. Okay, let's see. Oh, really important, you get an update Dr. Reverend Scott Giles. You've seen him on this podcast. He is like the legal liaison for the National Guild of Hypnotists, and he always gives a legal update. And, we want to always be able to continue to practice, and we need to know how to do that legally. Hey, if you are certified by the National Guild of Hypnotists, you are required to have ongoing continuing education. And going to the convention is just one of the smartest, most logical ways to do that. You show up at the convention, you check off that from your list, because, it's so easy to get all the hours you need very, 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 in a very effective way. And I'm going to say this and then turn it over to Erica, and that is one-on-one time with the leaders, shakers, and movers in the profession. Maybe you've only read their book, or maybe you've only seen them on YouTube, or maybe you've only heard about them. But this is a place where everybody who's anybody really of consequence is going to be at this convention. Did you have any experiences like that, meeting some of the movers and shakers?
Of course, Cal. That's, you were top on my list when I went to the convention, and I got to see you at the 5-Path dinner the night before, so that was great. And then I saw your age regression talk, which I just absolutely loved. And so definitely meeting people that you've seen online or you've read their books and creating that personal connection with them and speaking with them and seeing that they're real people, right? That was great. One thing that I really love about the convention as well is that you can get your board certification, right? So that's something that I did last year, and Brenda's all aligned and set up to do that this year. And I know that she has a group on Our Hypnospace helping people get prepared to become board certified. So I think that's another really great reason to go to the convention.
I can't believe I left that off my list.
Well, that's what I'm here for, right?
Because I'm writing this stuff down because I want to have it for next year when we do the podcast. All right, some people you want to meet while you're there. You want to meet Dr. Reverend Scott Giles, incredible mind in the world of hypnosis. We've had him on the show a few times. Dr. Damon, president of the National Guild of Hypnotists, probably the one person alive today that knows more about the ongoing development of this profession and had a vision of this thing we do called hypnosis becoming a separate and distinct profession. Another person is Don Motton. You got to see him. He's a super well-liked, well-respected, and entertaining trainer. And let's see, is there anyone else? I think it's Marie Mongan, who developed hypnobirthing. What is that called? Hypnobirthing? Mm-hmm. Do you remember?
Hypnobirthing, yeah.
Yeah. And so it just goes on and on. You walk down the hallways, there they are. You can shake their hand, get to know them. I'm trying to think of, I've mentioned a lot of guys. I only mentioned one lady. And I want to mention, can you think of any ladies that you were really happy to meet there?
Celeste was awesome. Got to talk to her. And
Celeste, Meredith, you, of course.
Brenda, yeah.
How about leaders in the profession that are women?
Well, I really enjoyed Melissa Tier's talk last year, and she won the Hypnotist of the Year award from the NGH last year, so she'll be there again. Awesome.
Good. I'm trying to think of one that is up in gosh, she's so cool. And she's the one I got the saying, the way out is through. Oh, it'll probably come to me by the end of this video. And if it doesn't, I'll put it in the notes below. But that's one thing I want to tell you about the NGH is the NGH is not a good old boys network. They are always looking for young people, and it doesn't matter, male or female or anything. They're looking for the future leaders. And between me and you, I think there is a special push to find women who really want to take on the mantle of leadership. And the truth is that just like in all the helping professions, women are the majority. It used to be in psychology, men were the majority. It used to be that in psychiatry, men were the majority. It used to be counselors. But women are taking over these fields and are doing the majority of the work. So, of course, the future leaders in our profession are going to be more and more made up by these powerful, intelligent women who have a vision for the future. What do you think of that, Erica?
I think that's great. I think that's wonderful. And, we need to have that diversity. We need to have that balance. And I just think that's great news. I'm going to hold up the convention catalog right here. So, Cal, maybe afterwards you can take a look and see who you were referring to, because in the back of the catalog there is lists of people. So you can see ahead of time all of the speakers. And that's one other thing I just want to mention. If you want to become a speaker, I think it's really important that you come to the convention first, right? Because they ask you on the speaker application how many conventions that you've been to. And, I don't have the inside scoop on this, but I would imagine that they want to know that you've been to a couple conventions before they'll, before they'll approve you to be a speaker. So if you want to be a speaker, you definitely got to go to the convention.
I got it. I looked at another issue of the NGH Journal of Hypnotism, and the one I was thinking about was Marilyn Gordon. So, and now I've got all these different people.
Course.
Yeah, so many people. I mean, if you are an NGH member and you're getting this Journal of Hypnotism, this is a little bit older version. It's got the information about the convention on the back, and see, this is the December 2014. So I mean, it's just one episode, one volume back, but. All these people you've been reading all the time, they're going to be there. Some of my favorite ones, Don Esslinger, Don Motten, William Horton, who's coming to do our basic hypnosis, ultimate basic hypnosis class here. Jerry Valley, Richard Hart, Scott Giles, Jerry Kine, Tony DeMarco, Ron Esslinger, one of my favorites, Ron Esslinger, Mark Howell to do forensic hypnosis. It just goes on and on. Tom Nicoli, Celeste Hackett, Georgina Cannon, and gosh, okay. So there's my reasons for being there. Let's throw a couple more in there. Then I'll let you wrap it up because I don't want to go too long on this. So speaking of Will Horton and NLP, there's also, now it's not a lot of it, but there's people teaching techniques and procedures that go along with hypnosis, like EFT, NLP, also the pre and post-convention workshops. I'm teaching a 2-day, an age regression certification course, which was just like awesome last year. It's the first time we ever did it. And it was like amazing. Let's see, to see stage hypnosis shows. I'm not a big stage hypnosis show person, but that place, it's one of the things that most people get most excited about, and it's a lot of fun. And let's see, have a good time, go to the banquet. Yeah, go to the banquet, see who's getting the awards, and also find people to do joint ventures with in the future, and like Erica said, board certification. So, I mean, my opinion about this is if I come back with just one new important relationship or one new idea, then it was worth the trip, because I'm going to be able to implement, that new idea or that work with that new relationship for a whole year. So that's the way I think about it. All right, wrap it up, Erica.
All right, Cal, thank you for having me here today. I'm Erica Flint. You can find me at CascadeHypnosisCenter.com, and I will be speaking at the NGH convention. 2 topics: get new clients with Google Fast, a 1-hour and a 2-hour. I would love to see you in that. And I'm also leading a marketing group on our Hypnospace, so hope to see you there as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Erica. Once again, Cal Banyan, we got the Age Regression Teleseminar coming up. June, put it on your calendars. It's 6 o'clock Pacific time. I'm going to do a free age regression teleseminar. It's going to go as long as it needs to go. I'm planning on about an hour, and I'm going to have mega bribes just for showing up. Lots of cool stuff that you're going to get for free just for showing up. Then also at the convention, I'm going to do the universal script. This is a 1-hour talk. Is it possible that one script could do it all? And the essentials of mastering age regression, hypnotic age regression, work that builds your practice and the profession, 2 hours paid talk, and the 2-day certification course in age regression. Oh man, this is like the time of the year where you got to dig in and decide, I'm going to invest in myself. I'm going to put the gold in so I can have the gold come out of my professional efforts. Okay, that's it. Cal Banyan, signing off. This recording is the property of Cal Banyan and the Banyan Hypnosis Center for Training and Services, Incorporated. All rights reserved, for private use only, may not be duplicated without permission. For contact information, go to www.hypnosiscenter.com.